I'm going to show you at the end of this video how I get 5 milligrams out of a 7.5. I feel like Charlie out the chocolate factory. It's easy when you know how. And one of the biggest things about Mounjaro is I have managed to save a shitload of money. No way would I have lost 5 stone in 5 months without knowing how to do this. What am I talking about? I'm talking about microdosing with the Mounjaro weight loss pen. But I want to share something with you that for me, it's like, I feel like Charlie out the chocolate factory. I've got my golden ticket because once I understood how this works, it has been a huge success for me. You are told what to do with your Mounjaro pen, but I've researched and you can very, very safely tailor that pen. There's also one other thing I want to share with you. Over my 5-month journey, I have managed to save a shitload of money. Not just that, I've been kinder to my body as well. And a lot of the horror stories you're hearing about Mounjaro are when people are doing as they're told with the Mounjaro pen. Now let's just clear this up. There is a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. I am not a doctor, I'm not a professional, I'm not a dietitian, I am just a fat lady that has lost a shitload of weight with a weight loss pen. We're going to talk about what is Mounjaro. If you're brand new to it, if you're not, you can skip to the next chapter. What is microdosing with the pen, and this is a Mounjaro pen. Why you should consider microdosing. Like I say, this video, I'm not telling you what to do. This is your choice. I'm just sharing my journey and this worked for me. You take on board, like any adult, what you want to do for yourself. I'm going to actually show you how to do this. So there's no mist around it. There's no fog around it. There's no secrecy. So whether you're just curious about Mounjaro or you've got some weight to lose or you're in the middle of your Mounjaro journey or if you just started, this is Mounjaro. It's a weight loss pen. Go and do your research and find out exactly what's in it. I would strongly recommend you research to within an inch of your life if you are considering jabbing yourself with an injection once a week. It's a scary, scary thought, but do you know what? I am so happy I found this when I did. Because I ended up going in for an operation. I was nearly 4 stone lighter when I went in, and you know what it's like when you're going in for an op, there's always that risk of you not coming out. I even got my house in order just in case I did come out. This stuff is like a miracle to a lot of people that struggle. Basically, messes with the receptors in your brain to tell your brain that you're full. And you won't realise this till you go on Mounjaro, that our lives are consumed by food noise. And it's pretty much constant. And it reminds me of when I used to smoke. Have I got enough cigarettes? Where's my lighter? When can I have my next cigarette? It's like a constant pressure, a constant stress. And one of the biggest things about Mounjaro is suddenly that stress just lifts because you're not thinking about food. It's absolutely amazing. It also slows the digestion down. And if you don't behave when you're on Mounjaro, if you're still eating your shit and you're still eating too much and all that kind of stuff, there's loads more in the previous videos, you potentially will have some side effects. Now, I have discovered there are some people that will just have random side effects anyway. Understood. Please remember, we are all very, very different. Not everybody's going to lose 5 stone in 5 months. Some people don't lose anything till they're about 3 months into it. And do not compare yourself to anybody else. That's kind of fruitless because you are different to me. Your body's different. Your hormones are different. There's lots and lots and lots of issues that you've got, that I've got, that the next person's got, that have to be factors that come into if this is going to work and how fast it's going to work. So this is the Mounjaro pen. Starts at £149, so your first one is £109. And you can refer your code to other people, your friends and family, once you're on it, and then you get a discount on your next pen. So it's really worth doing and passing it around, especially when you start losing the weight. People look at you and go, oh my God, Jackie, you've lost so much weight. How have you done it? Do you want my code? Because you just want everybody on it. When you've been fat for so long and something comes along that works like magic, you kind of just want to spread the word. This is what it looks like. This is a pen. I've not put an injection on the end, a needle. There's some fluid in there. I've got videos on, just one video on the whole pen situation. And you have clicks going on there. That pulls that plunger out. put your needle on, stick it in, and you don't feel it. Seriously, you don't feel it. Please don't be frightened of this. I was petrified. I lost sleep over it. Press that in, the liquid goes in, and you do that once a week. Dosing, you start on 2.5. That's your minimum. That's your lowest maintenance dose right there at the bottom. And it's to make sure that your body doesn't have a reaction. Now, I'm going to share some stories with you in a minute about how it's affected some of my friends. She's tailored that dosing so she doesn't have certain side effects. Even though she's only just started, this is what microdosing is. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. And to understand it better, do your research, but this is just how it's worked for me and been a success. Like I say, I've got my golden ticket because I'm 5 stone down. They do give you a leaflet when it comes. There's a website, there's support on the websites and stuff, but it does tell you that you don't go over the dose that they've not recommended. It doesn't say you don't go under the dose. That's why microdosing I consider to be safe, because you're not overdosing on a medication that you've been prescribed. And it's actually becoming quite a big popular thing now with these kind of things. Now, when you have one dose, so this is a 7.5, I'm not on 7.5, but if I go all the way to the end of the clicks, that's 60 doses there. I have done a video on this in more detail. And then when it pushes in, you're going to get the dose, the 7.5 is 0.6 milligrams, I think, of fluid going in you. So that's as it's stated on there. However, you can take them down a bit to what suits you. And this is what microdosing is. Like I say, I will go into more detail at the end. I will show you the numbers, I'll show you the clicks, so you start to understand how it works. Now, the best thing about this is I have saved so much money. Mounjaro isn't cheap. I mean, I have done a video on how I called this the £1,000 diet. I've got ebooks, I've got a website. Go and have a look. The link's down here. The free ebooks, and one of them is a £1,000 diet, and it goes on to explain how I have saved so much money just on not buying food or takeaways or rubbish or Slimming World memberships, things like that. I've probably saved £1,000 by the time I get to my goal weight. This stuff isn't cheap. When you first look at that figure and you think 149 quid for 1 month, I can't afford that. Not a lot of people have got that kind of free money every month. You know, we live month to month. But don't forget, your very first pen, with the code down below, you'll get 40 quid off your first one. That was my plan. I was going to go into this and just try it for a month and see how I go. Blown away. Blown away. I lost nearly just under 2 stone, I think, in the first month. The first month, they expect you to go on 2.5, and then they automatically ask you if you'd like to go up to the next dosage, which is 5 milligrams for the next month. And then the next month you go up to 7.5 milligrams, and then the next month 10 milligrams, the next month 12. You see where we're going here? And I think the top's 15 milligrams. So over how many, I don't know, over 4, 5, 6 months, you're going to go from 2.5 up to the 15 milligrams, and you stay there. And it's just based on purely you not having that food noise goes. So you're having the food suppression, so you don't want to eat as much. You can't because of the slow digestion as well. So it's based on that. So the very first dose, 2.5, is basically to get your body used to it. Now, like I said earlier, we are all very different. We all have different makeup, different biology, different chemistry within us. So do not assume you will be exactly the same as the next person. This is why to me, it's so important to start straight away listening to your body and start paying attention. And if you find your body's not rocking it as it should, or I certainly would never increase the recommended dose that the pharmacy has given you, that is getting a little bit reckless. I wouldn't do that. That's like you going to the doctors and getting some pain relief and then you're taking double or triple the amount. You wouldn't do that. That's just silly. So I would never do a higher dose than what your prescribed practitioner is telling you to do, but it doesn't state that you can't go less with it once you understand how to use the pen properly. My friend started, she's about 5 weeks ago now, and she went on 2.5 as you do to start, and she was fine for about 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden she ate some food that was quite high in fat. Now, whether that was a coincidence or not, we're not sure, but she ended up with some very severe sickness and diarrhea. It didn't help that one of her colleagues at work also came down with it, and they weren't on Mounjaro. So there's a very good possibility there was a bug going about. It wasn't Mounjaro. This is one of the issues that is scaremongering in the media. A lot of people are saying, oh, I had this issue, I had that issue. As you're going to have issues in life without Mounjaro, so it's trying to separate what's Mounjaro related and what's your normal issue related, health issue related. And that can be difficult, especially when you start getting over 50. The menopause kicks in and your other ailments kick in and your arthritis kicks in and all this stupid rubbish comes along. That can be difficult to separate those two. But she didn't know at that time. So she didn't take a Mounjaro for a week, and then she went back on it the following week. And then within that second week, she started on day 3 or 4, she started getting really nausea. Now, I know some people have this problem with Mounjaro. She was really careful about what she was eating, and she was just feeling really dodgy. Was due another jab on Saturday, explained to her how tailoring the pen works, microdosing. She was doing the 60 clicks on her 2.5 pen. So instead of doing the 60 and getting the whole 2.5 in one go, she decided to jump down to the 30 to see if it was her body having some sort of reaction to the Mounjaro. So she only did 30 on the Saturday, and it went in, and she felt fine. However, food noise came back with a vengeance, and she said she felt like she was starving and she needed to eat everything. So on the Sunday morning, she did another 30 clicks, which would be in the half of the 2.5. And touch wood, I saw her yesterday, that's Tuesday, and she's feeling fine. The food noise has disappeared again, and that's the big thing with Mounjaro. You are looking to find that space in your head where the food noise disappears. I think this is my success on Mounjaro, getting rid of the food noise. Where the money's concerned, I'm on a 7.5 at the moment. I'm only on 5 milligrams. I'm going to show you at the end of this video how I get 5 milligrams out of a 7.5. So as you can see, this 7.5 is going to last me 2, 3, 4 weeks longer than a normal 7.5 pen would. If I was taking 7.5, one dose every week, this would only last me 4 weeks. When I was on 2.5, I didn't know whether to move up to 5, because one of the big issues with Mounjaro is the scary stories about jumping up doses and those horrible side effects people are saying that they're having. I was really nervous about that. So I bought a 5 pen because I thought, I don't know how I'm going to feel in that second month, if the food noise will come back. So I'm figuring I will get a 5 just in case, but I will work out how to do the 2.5. That's when I did the research on the microdosing and realised it was very safe. And I actually found a 5th dose in the pen. There's another video out there that shows you don't waste that extra liquid in the bottom of your pen at the end of your 4th week. There's a way to get it out. Check the videos out. So when I got to my 6th week, and I had a 5 pen in my hand, then I started playing around with the clicks here and just worked out there's 60 clicks in there. So I just took it down by 30, injected. I was on a 5 pen. I was only putting 2.5 in. I'll get the calculator out in a minute. And that's how I've run it. Now then, when I was on a 5 pen and I was on 2.5 dosage, I then slowly went up to the 5 over a matter of about 13 weeks. Seriously, 12 weeks. I didn't jump to 5 for about week 18 or something like that. I started at 2.5, then I went to 3, then I went to 3.5, then I went to 4, then I went to 4.5, then I went to 5. And what you do is week by week, you have a look at how you feel. So if you suddenly start getting side effects, I might drop it down a few clicks for that week. If you suddenly start getting louder food noises, I would take it up for the next week by another 5 clicks. That's how you do it. That's microdosing. You have to pay attention to what's going on in your body. Microdosing should not be used for somebody who has not done the research, is not listening to their body, not taken advice from the practitioners. A medical practitioner might say, oh, well, next week instead of the 7.5 pen, we'll give you the 2.5 pen, which will be cheaper, but then you've not got that fallback in case that noise comes back louder and you need a higher dose. So that to me is why microdosing is becoming so successful, because you will have these in the fridge. There is a date on the bottom of your pen, and as long as it's kept in the fridge, that one is November 2025. So you can open it, you can stick a needle on, you can use it, and that can still stay in the fridge till November 2025. The second you take it out of the fridge, you've got to use it within 30 days. So as you can see, these will last in the fridge no matter how you do your dosing. I'm going to show you now how to exactly do the dosing. Right, so here's the calculator up here. I'm going to show you how to do this. So if I had a 2.5 pen, what you do is you divide that by 60, because there's your 60 clicks, and that shows you what is in 1 click. So let's go back again. So if you're on a 5 pen, divide by 60. So if that's 5 milligrams, divide it by your 60 clicks, and that's what's in 1 click. So you then divide that by 30, which is half of it, and it takes you to 2.5. So 5 milligram pen, 60 clicks, times it by 40. So if you're going up slightly, then you're on 3.3 milligrams. 5 divided by your 60 clicks again. You can see it's so easy to do. This is how I did it, times by 45, and you get 3.75 milligrams, not the 7.5. This is if you had a 5 pen. This is with a 5 pen. So 5 divided by 60, go up to your 50 clicks, and you're on 4.1 milligrams. You can see you can actually allow yourself to go up very, very slowly. So I'm currently on the 7.5. So each click on my 7.5, if I take it down to 30 clicks, that will give me a 3.75 milligram dosage. 7.5 again, divided by the 60 clicks. This is how I go up, times the 40. And that's what I'm on at the moment, and that gives me, so 40 clicks on my 7.5 will give me 5 milligrams. You can see how this is working, and I'm going to gradually go up. I'll go then from 5 to 6.25, and then I can go up even further. So if this was a 10 milligram pen, divide it by 60. If you only want half the dose, times it by 30 clicks, you get 5 milligrams. Are you following? It's easy when you know how, but it means you can tailor it to suit you, your body, and how you're feeling. So again, you can just very slowly bump it up. 5.8. And that's how I very slowly went up. But this wasn't based on anything but how I was feeling. I was so nervous about jumping from 2.5 to 5 because I was hearing all these horror stories about the major side effects that were coming. And if you think about it, you're putting a foreign substance in your body, and it's not going to suit everybody. It does suit a lot of people. Some people have rocked it through 3, 4, 5 months of Mounjaro and never had one side effect. I hope this has helped you. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Let us know in the comments how you're getting on. Take care. Till next time. Bye.